up and running here. Let's get on Minecraft. Let's get on. Hang on. Looks like my camera is not enabled, and Minecraft isn't showing up. Okay, Minecraft showed up. I've gotten that. Let me figure out why camera's not showing up. Probably because I turned it off. There we go. Now my camera's on. Helps if you turn them on if you want them to work. So again, background, you guys can see I'm not in my home office today. So we are going to be using the low camera instead of the high camera. So it's odd to me because I want to express up here and I have to express down here, and I have no microphone. I'm using the old headset again. All right. So let's hop in. A few new things for you guys. I had to write notes down again because I make sure I don't forget things. Because I had notes last time and still forgot something. So first off, what's the thing I forgot? The thing I forgot is, well, before I get to the thing I forgot, you'll see I have really reorganized the storage in here. Some things got crowded. It got hard to find things. The old signs weren't working. And frankly, I've told you guys I'm a relative noob at this, and I had not understood that I could just sneak and put a sign on the front of anything. So now I don't have the signs just up top. Each one has its own sign. I've split some things out, so I've got wood and wood items because this was getting crowded. You'll find out why I've got so much wood in there now. Yes, I've got wood. See what else. I was going to show you. Where's my? I'm still learning where things are. There's my gems. That's not what I'm looking for. It's here, up in the end. So we have an ender pearl. This is what I forgot to tell you guys last time, just before I got on with you guys. I heard the sound of an enderman outside last time, ran outside, took him out, and quickly got a pearl. I forgot to mention that to you guys. Want to get some more of those, obviously. I'm trying to remember. I think I need blaze powder or blaze rods or something in order to make to get to my ender chest, but I want to get ender chest. Obviously, I also want to eventually get to the end, so I'm going to need, I have ender and ender pearls and all that good stuff. But first, I want ender chests. I've got some strategies. I've been working on a multiplayer server lately where you can actually buy ender chests with in-game cash, not like real cash, but cash you earn doing things in game. And I've got ender chests all over the place in that game. I'm loving those things. So what else here? Oh, we were looking at the enchanting table last time. Got the enchanting table all set up. We did enchant. In fact, if we look, boom, we've got enchanted weapons and stuff here. Managed to get a really nice pickaxe. I've half worn it out, so I'm going to have to repair that sometime soon, but I've been looking at the cost on that. I'm going to wait until it's almost done. We've also managed to enchant two parts of our gear here. Something, a habit I've picked up. If you're relatively new to this, I don't have time to explain it now, but I will do a tutorial on it at some point. But you can keep going through, cycling through, getting new enchantments. The enchantments change every time you enchant something. When you get an enchantment showing that you want, it's best to hold on to that enchantment. So what I've started doing is putting a sign out front, because I actually enchanted past something I wanted to hang on to, lost an enchantment, had to work my way back around. So now I put on there what I'm ready to enchant and what the enchantment is that I'm holding for. So if I get up here and I'm like, nah, I don't care about that anymore, I can just take the sign down. But I'll keep the sign up in that chest so it'll be handy. But we can go ahead and do that because, as you can see from my levels, I'm at level 32, so I should be able to go ahead and do this. So we're going to go ahead and grab some lapis. I'm just going to pull in this pick just so I can take a look afterwards. I won't be able to enchant it. Also see what we could do with a book. Was there something else I wanted? Oh yeah, well, I'm going to need the bow to enchant. Okay, so let's take all of this, and we're going to pop in here, drop in the bow. There's power 4. 1, 2, 3. Accept it. Power 4 and infinity. So now I'm torn on this one. I actually like mending on my bows. I mean, infinity's nice. You never have to worry about how many arrows you have anymore, but you'll wear out your bow and then you have to make another one. When I get a really nice bow, I like mending on it. And actually, power 4 in flame is a really nice bow. It'll one-shot most of the mobs you come across, which means that the number of arrows you need is really not as big. Like a full stack of arrows will carry me through just a ton of caves and things like that, especially since when you kill a skeleton, you get a reasonable chance of picking up 2 more arrows. The only thing I would like to have on it is looting. So I might go back through trying to get looting in a book. I think you can get looting on a bow. So if I could get looting on one, it would actually almost guarantee I'm picking up arrows, in which case I would not combine infinity, would not want infinity, because you can't have infinity and mending on the same thing. I don't know what happens if you try to add mending, if it'll kick infinity off. But anyway, we've got a couple of good bows. We're going to hang on to the power 3 for right now since it also has flame. But we're going to store this one over here under tools. You see I've got a power 1 up there. It's one of my early attempts. I'm putting all of my bows up here. Let's not do that. Let's not get carried away. Oh, I want to see what else we could do after that. Efficiency 4, that's worth trying. Sometimes you get Silk Touch with that, and I do want Silk Touch. We'll eventually need that. Knockback 2, not so much. What would a book get us? Protection 1, Quick Charge 1, Unbreaking 3. So here's the deal. That Unbreaking 3 may be worth grabbing. So that may be the next thing we do. But things like Protection, if you want to get Protection 4, you can double those up. So if I get 4 Protection 1s, I can combine those into 2 Protection 2s. I can combine those into 2 Protection, I don't know if that's 1 Protection 3 or 4. I can't remember which way that stacks. But you can keep combining those. So we end up doing something with that. But we're not going to mess with that right now. We're going to toss some stuff back. Actually, we don't have the levels for it. So we're going to end up coming back to do that. I think the efficiency 4, but it's not necessary to hold on to that, so we're not going to put a sign up for that one. Is that all the stuff I had out? I think so. Next thing I'm going to show you guys is I've got a setup here, and this is what I'm going to do a tutorial on. I think some folks can make use of this. I call it my bamboo furnace because I'm fueling it with bamboo, but realistically it's just a production furnace. You could stack this by having multiple hoppers in, multiple hoppers out, so you can have multiple chests. Here's the deal. This just allows you to have a bunch of fuel and a bunch of input. Now I just started doing this on the multiplayer server I'm on because I had a junk load of just realized how noisy it is in here. Not noisy, how dark. That's the word I'm looking for. It's dark. How dark it is in here. Anyway, looks like I'm okay on the picture, so I'm just going to leave it dark in here. Maybe that works out okay. Anyway, I had a bunch of bamboo on the multiplayer, and I wanted to find a use for it. And this was a way to make a use for it. So I don't have anything in here right now, because if I put something in, it'll start burning, and I didn't want it to start burning, but this is how it works. Just dump this stuff in here, and it'll start feeding through, goes through the hopper, down in here, and you can see a bunch of bamboo. Bamboo is a decent fuel, except that it takes a ton of it to work. So by doing this, we got a bunch in there, this feeds down into there, comes out of here, and we can actually cook a bunch of stuff this way. And this way I don't need more and more furnaces. I can just put more fuel in one furnace. You could do the same thing by just keeping all of your coal in here. Just have a chest of coal, and anything you feed in would just grab the coal. So a lot of ways you could make use of this, but I'll show you guys that later. I actually did some iron in it earlier. So let me put my feathers away. I'm going to put feathers in here, just keeping chicken and feathers together for now. I might separate those out at some point. Why do I have a stray torch down here? Put some dirt away. We've got too much cobble here, so let's put some cobble away there. Got more dirt here. Oh, I know why there's more dirt here. I was doing something in the dirt later. I was doing something later. I can't talk. Tools. Put that away. I don't think I need that. Put away our redstone. You see this creates more places to put things, but when you're going looking for something, it actually makes it a lot easier. Like separate out wood and wood items, so I don't have to dig through things. And I try to do a little bit of organizing, keep things kind of together there. Goes there. All right, I've got a redstone torch. I want to show you guys another piece, which is actually going to be easier to show you because something bad happened. So we're kind of starting over here, but not really just starting over. Oh, real quick. There's our map to our village. I did use the map, found the village. I'll show you guys something in a minute, but I just like putting it up there on the item frame. So this is where our chickens were, and you may notice there are no chickens, and there's a fence around it. So the reason there are no chickens, but there's a fence around it, is the trader fell in. When I tried to let the trader out, all of the chickens started escaping, and he still didn't get out, so I just went in, killed off all the chickens, and let the trader out. And I've put the fence around it so the trader can't fall back into it, because he's a bit of an idiot, apparently. He and both llamas were in there, and I built a little parkour stage, and one of the llamas got out, but the trader wouldn't come out. So, a couple of things about this before I get us started. I've gone deeper. This is now 4 deep, and instead of parkouring out, now I've got these. It only needs to be 3 deep. I'll show you why I went 4 later. But at 3 deep, you can have a gap above and below the single ladder you'd have in. So it'd be a gap, a single ladder, and a gap. And you only need a single ladder to get out of this. At 3, at 4, you need 2 of them. But since I killed all the chickens, gave me a chance to set this up. You guys see there is a dispenser over there with a block of cobble under it. So let me show you what I've done over here. We've got some eggs over here. This is where I was storing up the eggs. That was full. It is not full now. Instead, if we look down here, there's a barrel that is full. If we pop down here, you'll see I've got a redstone device set up. So there's our dispenser, there's our block of cobble, and we've got a hopper that comes in. The barrel obviously is right above the hopper, so put stuff in the barrel, it goes to the hopper into the dispenser, and the redstone will fire it. Now this is a simple mechanism I put together that will help out with just takes part of the task out. Instead of me throwing all those eggs, I think you guys have seen me throwing eggs in. It's just a pain in the neck, especially when you restart. If you want to be able to kill off all your chickens and restart, it's just a pain in the neck to do all of that. I like having a dispenser to do the work. To do that, what I've done is I've set up a redstone clock that feeds into this repeater, and I'll mention in a minute. This repeater isn't strictly necessary unless you get annoyed by redstone clocks. So here's the redstone clock. It's really just these two redstone lines, these 2 redstone lines, and the 2 repeaters going in opposite directions. It forms a circle. And what you have to do is get a 1 pulse circuit, or 1 pulse signal going in, and it comes in here and loops around. And it just runs in circles around this. And because it's connected over here, it feeds off and it powers the dispenser. So it gets a pulse that sends tells the dispenser to work. To get that 1 pulse, we're just going to drop a torch over here. When you drop the torch on top of the redstone block, then the torch lights for 1 pulse, then turns off. So it's when you put it down, it naturally lights. A pulse later, it turns off because it's being powered by the redstone block, and redstone torches turn off when they're powered. The reason I've got a delay, a repeater here is, notice I've got this set to maximum delay. It's because when a dispenser is empty and it's powered by a redstone clock, it clicks furiously. I don't really need much speed out of this thing, so I've just slowed it way down so the clicking won't be so bad. So let's grab our one here. There's our single pulse. We can now take this out. You can hear the pace of those coming out. So it'll feed all those out, and we will have chickens again. Interestingly, so far, we're getting no chickens. Why am I getting no chickens out of that many eggs? Oh, there we go. Okay. Just bad statistics. Now, this is why I went 4 deep. This throws a little high. If you're 3 deep and you put it up this top level, it will throw some of them out. Now, with the fence up here, it wouldn't be a problem. They'd stay inside the fence. But I wanted them all to stay inside. This ensures they all stay inside. So that'll feed all of those eggs out. You could set this up with a hopper system at the bottom and let those hoppers with a dropper elevator bring them back up and auto feed them. And I'm going to put all of that into a tutorial at some point, but for now this is all I wanted to do. I'm just going to drop this off here. I'll drop the book too. I don't want to carry that around. Meant to leave that upstairs. Alright, gives us all of this. Now what we've got left is, I want to go to the nether. We do have those treasure maps, and I said we might do the treasure maps this time. I'm going to hold off on those. I did not go out and look at those. I did make a trip back out there and haul stuff back. But I want to show you guys the village, and I want to get to the nether. So we're going to head over to the village. We are going to take our trusty donkey in case there's something we want over there that's more than I can carry. Do I have leads? I do have leads. Okay. There we go. Why is my horse standing on top of the jack-o'-lantern? I do this all the time. Misclick and get that. So remember last time we went looking for this village, we got lost. I say we got lost. Clearly, you guys didn't get lost. You weren't driving. I got lost. So I figured it out. And I did use the map to get there, but I decided we weren't going to need the map to get back. And I'll show you why. I have taken care of us ever getting lost looking for this thing again. We ride out this way. We go over the top of this. We aim for the 2 torches. And we have a road that goes all the way to the village. I told you guys this was basically 500 out and 500 over. Well, it really is. So we're going to ride this. As I did this, all of this wood here is part of, I cleared all of the trees along the path. I just used the wood from those trees. And that's also why we have so much spruce wood, especially in our inventory or in our storage right now. You see all of this. Clear all this out. Another bridge there. This is going to take a little while, guys. It's a bit of a run. We're going to take this at maximum speed, though. Bridge over a chasm here. Might come back and investigate that chasm at some point. Some of this I will do off screen. I don't get to stream as much with you guys as I'd like to, so I'd like to reserve that for big moments. So I might do a little bit of investigation of the cavern off screen. Turn left, and we ride this straight on till morning. Speaking of which, we are going to hit night about the time we get to the village, I think. There's another little area there, through another short tunnel. I did leave some waypoints along the way. Just there were places where my inventory got full while I was working on this, and I would just drop a chest and I put a crafting table with it so I could condense down any coal I had picked up, that sort of thing. But I'll just leave those there as I'm traveling around. Anytime I see this path, I'll know I'm near some way stations, so I'll use that. Why are there sticks all over the place? I'm just going to grab those. I don't think those can be from me doing that. Maybe they still are. You can see there's our village off in the distance there. And I did walk into the village, but I've done nothing there other than clean the path up a little bit, and I built us a little corral right up front, so I have a safe place to leave this dude. And that's grass still hasn't grown in. I'm waiting for that grass to grow in so that I can shave that down. So we'll put him in here. I hit my head every time I come off of him because that's only, how are you halfway out? Get in there. That's only 3 high, but that's okay. And so I left myself some furnaces and stuff here. So this basically makes an easy place to work from. And I actually left myself a bed if I ever am out and about and find problems. I'm probably going to steal one of these grindstones. I don't have a grindstone, and they've got 2 here. And you can't make a grindstone. And I don't know if I'll ever use one, but I like the idea of having one. So we're going to steal a grindstone. And we're just going to put that here. So we're not walking around with contraband on us. Let's go inside and see what is in the chests here. A little bit of that. We'll leave the food. We might need some later. They do have berries. So I said I did a little bit of improvement here. I cleaned up a lot of the pathing around here. It was very splotchy. I'm assuming we'll see more of the splotchiness as we get to the other end. But I also moved these. All these berry bushes were just sitting out in the middle, and I kept walking into them. The donkey kept walking into them, so I cleaned all that up. So let's see what's in this. Anything? Anything? Purple bed. Obviously, I didn't need to leave a bed here. Villages are full of stinking beds, but I hate to steal anybody's bed if I can help it. There's some pumpkins here, but I've got pumpkins. It's not a big deal. Let's check out all the houses. If anybody has anything we actually want. Someday I want to move into a village. Just find a village that's been decimated and just take over the village. Potatoes. I don't know if we have any potatoes. I can't remember if we have potatoes planted or not. I have a place for potatoes in my food stash, my food barrels. So I'm going to take the potatoes. We can plant those and actually have potatoes. I just like the idea of having various foodstuffs growing. I don't know. It doesn't really matter for anything. Is that the entire village? There's more over this way, maybe? See what this guy has to sell. So I can get some emeralds from him. Get a crappy sword, but I'm probably going to come back and trade with him. I've got some stuff in my pack, but I'll probably go get some um, coal and trade with him because I'd like to level him up. We're going to need to sleep in just a minute. See what's going on now. Anything else over here? Another repair and disenchant. Is that the whole village? Am I going to have to help grow this village? I want a decent village near us. This is the only one I've seen near us. Alright, let's sleep real quick. And we're going to look around some more. What the hell happened to my bed? So we're going to look around a bit more. I have seen some villages where parts of the village were just oddly separated from the rest. We're just going to have a glance around and make sure that's not the case here. But this might just be a really small village. There's nothing down there. But you can see how splotchy all of this is. That's what I was fixing. I said I was fixing stuff. Yeah, I don't... Looks like there's one villager. I can't even breed this up. There's one villager, 3 houses. So this might not be a useful village. If I can't breed them up if there's only one. I'm looking around to see if there's maybe a place where some villagers got lost. I've seen villagers get stuck in wells and down in shafts and stuff. So I'm looking around to see if maybe there's some place where some villagers got lost. I'm guessing this is supposed to indicate a not finished village or something with the splotchiness. I'm actually pretty disappointed about this. I was hoping for a decent village. We went into this one, didn't we? Yeah, that's where we got the potatoes. Okay. I'm finding myself checking things again. I just can't believe it's this small. I usually leave all the doors open so I can tell which ones I've been in. So we've got, what, 4 houses? Yeah. We've got 4 houses, 1 villager. So the question is, I've read somewhere that you can attract more villagers by building houses. I'm wondering if that's a thing I can accomplish. So I'm going to have to read up on that because I really wanted this to be a good village, and I've spent hours building a path to get to a village that is basically nearly worthless. So I'm going to have to figure out how to make this more useful. So I'll do some oh, wait. I think I see more houses off in the distance, guys. Hang on. I think I saw a house up here. Yes. So this is a disjointed village. I mean, really disjointed. There's a house way up there. So how am I going to get to that? So I'll have to build a bridge to get to the stinking thing long term. Some coal down there I could trade to him. Fortune, by the way, does work on coal, so you get more coal. Works on gold, and I think on iron. I haven't really checked it on iron. I did check it on gold, and it works on obsidian too. And of course, it works on all the gems and things. But my suspicion had been it would not work on the straight ores. You know, the gold and such. The ones where what you're mining looks like what you mine from. But it actually does, in my experience. I've just watched the numbers coming in. All right. To be careful, I'm wanting to fall further. The server I'm playing on, my multiplayer, actually has some skills you can learn. One of them is acrobatics, and you learn it by jumping from high places. And I keep wanting to do that, thinking this is the character in that server. Okay, let's go trade with this guy real quick, and then we'll come back and figure out how to get up top. This village may take a little more time than I thought, since I have to now work my way up top there. But we can trade this guy, and I think I haven't read up on this, but My experience suggests that you trade minimum amounts at a time. Don't try to trade all of this coal. You trade him 15. There he goes. Let me hop out. I don't know if we can do this again. We're going to try it. There we go. So by doing one trade at a time, this is really just a guess, but I had one where I tried to double trade and it did not give him double experience. By doing this, oh, that's not what I want to do. We're going to get to level this dude up. And we'll have some, so we may be able to do some bigger trades. Coal is cheap. I'll go one more time. And that should level him up. I don't know why he's still showing novice. He's got enough points now. Okay, so we'll let that go for now. We're going to go up top. So we're going to try to level these guys up. Things like trading for coal is really inexpensive. Did I just go the wrong way? Which way did I just turn when I left him? No, that's the right direction. Yep, this is the right direction. Okay. You guys know I get turned around fast, going wrong directions, so I have to watch myself. So let's see, how are we going to get up there? Looks like I might be able to parkour it from over here. So let's go this way. And I'm just going to fall down and hurt myself. Let me heal that up. As you can see, we're going to have to build a better way to get up here. This is just awful. Oh, might as well grab this. If he hasn't leveled up by the time we get back, we'll do another trade with him as we come back through. Alright, now we're up top. Let's go see what's in this house. Looks like a bigger house. I've seen some disjointed ones before. This is easily the most disjointed I've seen one of these. And there's nobody up here either. So we've got 5 houses in one person. Even the big house doesn't seem to have a person. Well, we will build a way to get up here. I don't know what that way is going to be. It's going to take a lot of material to get up here. But can't really work with a village this disjointed. So what I'm thinking we might do is bridge that chasm with land. Take some terraforming. It's going to take me some hours of doing. But if I do that, if we bring these together, maybe we can get it to register. I'm not even sure it registers as a whole village right now. Right. Around this way, get back up. But yeah, this is way more bother getting back and forth. But only one villager. I was hoping there was at least one more. I was going to try to figure out a way to breed them together. And, starting from 2, you can get anything going in here since genetics don't really matter. But no such luck. I heard him. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Okay, there we go. Apprentice. So I could trade him. I could get a bell from him. We might do that at some point. But first, so let's check my... Okay, so it looks like it is going to advance him. Okay, so yeah, so I was checking, the older ones advance him less on that bar. So it looks like that's the way to go. Now we got those. I wonder if I were to give him... Yes, that's a tiny sliver for all those emeralds. And I'll save the emeralds for traders. We can level a trader up with that. Because the other thing I want to do is start... I don't know if you can level traders or if by trading with them you get new stuff from them or what. But we're going to find out. But we're going to get that bell. I'll get a bunch of... get us a bunch of coal, come over here with stacks of coal, and we'll trade, sorry, iron. We can do coal too. We'll get over here and we'll level him up another level. So, cool. We've gotten him up one level. I just need to look into how to increase this population. I do know if we can get up to enough people, we'll also get an iron golem over here. By the way, you'll notice I'm quick to sleep when I'm here. I do not want any mobs coming inside this. So I always want to be sleeping or be way away from here at night. All right. Well, that's all we've got on that. Let's go, I guess, go to the Nether. I was hoping for more to come out of this, but no such luck. Some off-camera work for me, and I will show off to you guys whatever works, either explain or show off to you whatever I figure out by next time. And once I figure it out, maybe I'll go ahead and do a tutorial on building up a village. I don't know. This really is, you know, in all of my exploration, this is the only village I found within range. And this is another thing, you know, there are two things I would be looking for if I were looking for a place to live with what I know now, some of which I did not know when we were looking for this location that we live in now. One thing I would look for is a village nearby. Now, I don't know how useful the villages are, but if I were looking for it right now, because I want to figure out villages, I'd be looking for village. The other thing is, I've mentioned this before, I'd stay closer to spawn. That, especially like that furnace that I was showing you guys, the production furnace, the one I've called the bamboo furnace. That is even more useful if you are anywhere near spawn. So you could spend a bunch of, you know, near the world spawn, not your spawn. Because that chunks always stays loaded within an area of world spawn. So, you know, single player, it's wherever you started out. That's world spawn. I apparently did not light that enough. I'll come back for him later. Anyway, with the furnace, you could just, take care of all of your animals, do all of your say you're farming wheat, I wouldn't need it for wheat, farming potatoes, and you've got a bunch of animals. You go out and you kill off all the animals you need to kill off to make food. You harvest all your potatoes, then you can just dump all of the raw meat and all of the potatoes into that production furnace, and then go off and do your exploring or whatever. When you come back, it would all be done. You can just literally dump just loads and loads of stuff in there. What I really like it for, and what I would use it for, where I'm starting again now, is early on, you're doing things like building. You're trying to build and grow food at the same time. And that presents a problem because you got all this different stuff going on. Well, if you could farm things, let them grow, go build while they're growing, go back, I say farm things like, breeding animals, let them grow to adults. And meanwhile, you would I'll leave that there because we're going to be trading with him at some point. Take the grindstone out. All right. Anyway, you could be focused on your building and just doing, growing your animals on the side, and when they get to be enough of them, you kill a bunch of them off, throw them in the furnace, and then just keep building. Keep going out and exploring to find things, and every time you come back, you have a bunch of stuff in that production furnace. So I think if next time I start a game, that production furnace is going to be something I do as early as I can. There's nothing really difficult in it. It's a bunch of chests. These are just chests and iron ingots, a furnace. That's it. That's all you need to make this thing work. And of course, whatever fuel. One of the nice things about it is any fuel will work. You can throw in all of your spare bits of wood. I could go into my wood items and take all of the stuff in here that I don't think I'm going to use soon. Just throw it all in there and let it be fuel. And it's useful fuel if you've got a contraption like this. So I'm actually going to keep this. In fact, it's entirely possible I'll do away with these at some point. See, grindstone. Put our grindstone over here. Picked up one of those somewhere. What I will say I'm going to do at some point is do some reorganization. Things like this stuff that I don't use much, probably going to go into item frames on the wall just to get things decluttered. But for now, I'd probably put the grindstone next to the anvil at some point. But we do have a composter here. It makes me feel like I'm doing something useful with things that I don't need. So I take this and go, I don't need that. Throw it in the composter. So for instance, I go to my plants here. You can see we've got just a crap load of spruce saplings. So I could just take a stack of those and throw them in here. We're going to get some bone meal out of that. Now, I don't use the bone meal near as much as I'm going to make out of this, but that's okay. It just feels productive, and it reduces the amount of stuff I've got sitting around. It's great for getting rid of wheat seeds. Condenses, a bunch of wheat seeds. A stack of wheat seeds will turn into 3 or 4 of these. So that's just a good way to get rid of things. You can just toss that in there. Good to go. Let's see. Metal, 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 metal. There we go. Yeah, we get rid of some andesite, granite, and dirt there. So we need my stone, rock. What do I call it? Rock. Get rid of those. Dirt goes here. All right. That's all good to go. We get rid of the fence. We'll take some logs with us instead. We'll just carry a half stack of logs. That'd be fine. We're not going to need those a lot. I'm going to go ahead and plant these potatoes. Oh, do I have any item frames? Because there's something I wanted to do outside. If I can remember where I've kept my leather. If I kept any, I don't think I've kept any leather. I may not be able to make item frames. We'll look upstairs. If I can't, then I'm just going to continue with what I've got going on now. Any leather. No, it does not look like I kept any leather. I think I turned all my leather into books. All right. What I want to do is take and put my hoe in an item frame. That's what I want to do. So this should be close enough to the water. Go ahead and plant those 4 potatoes. So I don't know how those got separated like that. And that'll be enough to start us. We'll take that and expand out, probably plant potatoes over this way. But for now, that gets them started. That'll probably turn into, I don't know, 8 to 12 potatoes. That'll be enough to get our planting started, and then we'll start actually using them for food. All right, I think we're good. We've got a fair amount of food. We've got a fair amount of arrows. We don't need the lead. Leave the lead behind. We don't need... Okay, so I think we're going to step through into the nether. See what kind of trouble we can get into. So when we go into the nether, that's what our timing looking like here. I think we're... Oh, hey, I'm just going to fall here. Yep, we got about 20 minutes. So we're going to go into the nether. We're just going to look around a bit, see what... I've not stepped through the portal yet. I just lit it to make sure it was working. Since last time I tried to light it in front of you guys, it was a big no start. I just want to go in and grab some netherrack. If we see a fortress, we might try to kill some blazes, but we're going to try to stay out of too much trouble. I would not be would not object if you managed to find, for instance, some ghasts to take it. I keep looking over that way as if that's where my camera is. Okay, why are we taking so long to load the terrain? Oh, there we go. So real quickly, let's throw a crafting table out. Had a problem on the multiplayer server I'm on. Their portals do not return properly. They return me inside rock, which was not pleasant. Like, literally inside rock. You have to dig fast or something so you can breathe because you come in dying. So there's a pigman. For those of you who aren't familiar with the pigmen, do not hit the pigmen. If you hit one, all of them within, it's like 40 blocks or something, will come to his aid, and you will be in a crap load of trouble. Okay, here's some nether quartz. We can get that. That's useful for something eventually. This has an efficiency 4. It's the only efficiency 3. Wow. Efficiency is nearly uncontrollable in the nether. As you can see, it just shotgun kills takes out all of these. So we're just going to grab a couple of stacks of this stuff. Just want 2 stacks of it. Take that back with us. It's 1 stack. It's really difficult to dig a single block when you've got some kind of decent efficiency on a ghast. Alrighty. There he is. I was trying to find him. Decent bow, we can one-shot these guys. That's worth doing. You see, I heard another ghast. Can't tell where he is, though. Alright. Netherrack burns endlessly. For those of you who don't know that, you can just put it out by just hit it, and it goes out. Alright, 47. We're almost there. Okay, that should put us at... I thought I heard 2. Oh, there it is. Alright, so there's 2 stacks of that. Let's go ahead and put that in our chest. So all I'm doing is I'm just grabbing some stuff, putting it in the chest here. Gunpowder. I thought he dropped a tier, but he didn't just drop gunpowder. Okay. So we did not get a gas tier, unfortunately. So let's take a look around now. Do we have any glowstone within reach? I don't see any glowstone within reach. Lots of lava within reach. The nether is a world of lava, guys. I mean, you see that big down there. If we wanted to, we could easily come down here and mine obsidian all day, I guess. I'm assuming the physics are the same here. I want to go up or something. I want to go somewhere else. I'm trying to figure out where I can go to. I was hoping we'd actually see something when there's a little bit more nether quartz there. I'm trying to be careful so I don't blast through layers and layers of netherrack here. We've got enough levels again for me to do some more enchanting when we get back, so I'll be able to try to advance some. Maybe do the bow, maybe get lucky and get silk touch or something like that. We're also going to do some fishing off screen or off camera for you guys. my understanding, we've got a decent fishing rod. Has Luck of the Sea 2, I think. My understanding is we've got a reasonable shot of getting a mending book that way. And since I do like mending, I'm going to try that. See if I can get us a mending book. Put mending on some of our gear. Should bring just an iron pick into this. In fact, we've got a crafting table over there. I'm going to switch to an iron pick as our primary because we are just using up uses here that we don't need to. We don't need the fortune on this or anything. As you can see, that's plenty fast enough. Right. Since we're over here, let's go and drop some stuff off. We've got more than a stack of nether quartz now. And lots of netherrack. I've built some stuff out of netherrack before. It's actually kind of cool to build with. It's got a nice look to it. I was hoping we might find, at least see in the distance, a fortress. But I don't see one. We're going to find out if the mechanics are working properly here. Yeah, that's acceptable. I can live with the speed of an iron pick here. The danger here, of course, is that I will get lost. You can mine beyond the ceiling. I don't know what's up there. I need to try that out sometime. I don't know if you can do anything there. You also want to look for nether wart. I don't know what it even looks like, but I was told you need to look for that. There's, I've forgotten what else other than nether quartz and netherrack, and of course the derivatives of netherrack. You know, your bricks and red bricks and all those things. I'm hearing another ghast. Where is he? I do see some glowstone up there, but I don't think I can get to that right. Well, I guess I could build a noob tower up to it, would work. Would very much like to have some glowstone. So I think what we're going to do is come back and we're going to just burrow into the side here and see what we can find. I'm going to go over here and see if I can get to this glowstone. We'll take that back with us. This whole area just creeps me the hell out. Everything about the nether is just creepy. For somebody who falls kind of a lot in this game, I'm constantly afraid of falling into lava. I'm afraid of all the mobs that can attack me. I overshot the glowstone. It's going to take a high tower to get to that. I'm going to dig us some more netherrack to work with. Nice thing about netherrack is it's more common than stone and softer. So mining a ton of it is not a big deal. Still no... Did that in part hoping I'd come out the other side and there'd be a fortress over there. So we look for some blazes. My understanding is that's where blazes are. I'm just not seeing a good way to get up to any of this. It's all so high. So we're not going to try for the glowstone this time around. We'll try coming in from a different location, see if maybe we get better landing. But we are going to burrow into the side a bit. See all that lava down there I could just fall into? Oh man. Baby pig man. So just going to go straight in here. What I didn't do is bring flint and steel. You don't need torches in here. You can just light netherrack, but I forgot to bring flint and steel. Fortunately, the light level is kind of consistent. So as long as your screen is good, and the little screen I'm playing on now is a pretty good screen. As long as the screen is good, you can continue to work. Just everything's going to be, I don't know, what that light 11 or whatever it is. there's a fortress. We just found a fortress. It has to be, because that's nether brick there. Yeah. So we can figure out where this is. Yep, there's a fortress. Found one. Alright, so we're gonna mine our way out of this noise. If I can find an edge that's not... Okay, here we go. Maybe we can get to this other guest, too, who's just creeping me out. How is it we've not yet run into whatever layer that thing is on? We're going to be back all the way back up to the top of this. There we go. So I guess we just have to tunnel our way into it because... Oh, there it is. There's the whole tower. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna make a little stair-step entrance here. Oh, hey. That's not a stair-step entrance. That's falling the heck in. So let me build a stair-step exit. I don't like not having an exit when I go into someplace, especially someplace I expect to be hazardous, like I expect this will be. So, we're going to build okay, so there's an exit, and we'll mark this top and bottom. It's interesting. It's like the fortress is underground. If I found an abandoned fortress, is that what this is? I've not seen this before. Mind you, I've only been in the Nether a few times, but this is new to me. Entirely new. So we're going to head over this way, because I saw what looked like open fortress. Well, we have killed that one. I want to keep using iron on this, so we're just going to throw together another quick crafting table and we'll carry this one with us in case we need it again. My 2 key on this keyboard has gotten a little flaky, so if at some point you hear me griping about the 2, that's what it is. I don't know what's going on. It's barely more than a year old, but it is already having problems with the 2 on the keyboard. Though not at the moment, so we're doing okay right now. I'll continue to grab nether quartz on the way through. I don't know how valuable that is, but might as well grab lots. There's... Oh, hey! There's more down there. There's also a bunch of lava. So this is the exciting world of mining in Minecraft. This actually is how I do my mining. I tend to mine everything I come across. It's not the most efficient method, but it has served me well. You know, this kind of stuff, I don't know how much I need, but I'm getting experience orbs out of it. And I'm already up to the point where I'll be able to do 2 level 30 enchantments. And this seems to be raising my levels pretty quickly. So I'm going to continue to mine this stuff for now, because I could use those levels. Alright, so we are... Oh, blaze spawner! Blaze spawner. Okay, and I wish I had Silk Touch, man, because I want to grab that spawner. So we need to come through here. Let's go over this way. Oh, that's over lava. What the hell is happening here? Okay, so we need to go a little further that way, looks like. Okay, there's an actual blaze. Moving this out in tunnels like this because it makes it easier to stay safe from him. Trying to figure out where I can safely come down. You see that dude? That's over lava as well. Wow. Everything here is over lava. There we go. Okay. May have underestimated my jeopardy level here. Oh hell. I've got withered. Need to get out of range here. So this is my best shot at dying here. I'm gonna do that. Oh, shit, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Jesus Christ, get out of that. I don't know how she knocked me. Oh, she blew up my thing I was standing on. Okay. We're just gonna sit here and eat for a minute. Holy cow. So here's the issue. Apparently netherrack is not blast resistant. I need to think about that. My escape there is predicated on being able to do something. That is not reliable, and that is climb that ladder. So we need to switch to this, which is a little bit blast resistant and might not go away, because she almost knocked me into lava with that one. I'm gonna take that ghast out. Way too much trouble. Causing me way. Oh, there's two of them. Holy crud. Won't be able to get the drops from them, but we're gonna take them out anyway because ghasts are causing me trouble. I hate not getting the drops. Because I could use some ghast tears. But that's way too much destruction. Way too much. build myself a better passage here. Blaze shooting at me. You guys see me jump. This is how I play games, man. Nervous as hell. Always about to die. Always. That's how I roll. I just die a lot, so I'm always afraid I'm about to die. Okay. So now we at least have a place we can get in, get out. Oh, there he is. So are they not vulnerable when they're on fire? Is that the deal? I've never fought a blaze before. I really don't know what the deal is with them. Okay. He dropped a blaze rod. Can I get to him? Bet I can. Damn it. I think they can't spawn when you do that. So now I've got a spawner saved. No, it still spawned one. Okay. Just take 2 shots. I think that's all it is. So what I want to do, I think, is seal these guys in then. Oh, great, I've run out of stuff. At least I'll be able to find the spawner again, and I won't accidentally destroy it. And we got a couple of blaze rods. So we're at a little over an hour. Grab whatever he might have dropped here. That fire there is my bow, my arrow. Oh, he dropped another blaze rod. Okay, so we're going to take this. We're going to run back. Oh, big lag. Hang on, guys. There we go. Okay. So we're going to take this. We're going to head on back. Uh-oh. Don't shoot me, Ghast. Now, which way did I come in here? I've now lost track of how I got to this point. Maybe this? Yeah, there we go. Where did I come in? Well, predictably, I don't remember how I got here. Trying to rewalk my steps mentally here, and it's not helping. Oh, I marked my exit right there. Duh. So I don't know if I'll be able to find that again easily, but hey, should be able to work it out. There are pigmen in my way. I don't want to mess with you guys. They are unforgiving, guys. They are unforgiving. Alright, so let's grab our stuff here and head back through. Now let's hope this returns us someplace we're supposed to be. Okay, yeah. See, this one worked perfectly. Returned us back exactly where we're supposed to be. So that multiplayer server is not working well, but this is working beautifully. So we now have some nether stuff to put in our nether box. Huh. Look at all the wow. Look at all the. So you see, it's so soft. You end up just grabbing just gobs and gobs of it. Some blaze rods, some nether quartz. Stack these over here. A few nether bricks. You can make nether bricks out of your netherrack. I've forgotten. It's a way to make red nether bricks too. I think you have to change your netherrack, make it red. I've forgotten, but there are things you can do with that. But anyway, guys, good bit of production here today, and we're going to be back over here. I'm going to go over here and do some enchanting before we're back on next time, and still got those maps upstairs. In fact, I'm also, the cows should be ready to be harvested, so I'll harvest some cows. I'll make us some item frames. We'll figure out where we're going to display those. Also put some item frames over here to store some of the tools we don't use all the time. But yeah, I'm starting to really like using item frames. It keeps things handy right where you want them. I think that's it, guys. Let me take a quick look at my list, see if there's anything else I wanted to talk to you guys about. Talk the village, talk another. Yep, that was everything. So, guys, hey, I appreciate y'all coming in again, and nice comment, Swagger Soul Salt. I don't do a good job of watching chat, but I appreciate the comment. And I will be plummeting, as you said, deeper into the depths of hell. The nether creeps me out. I finally got gear that's good enough to help me survive a little bit. The first time I went into the nether, I just got destroyed by a ghast. So I will be back in there. We'll be talking some more later. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. So just don't forget, if you're watching this on Twitch, catch the old episodes. There's I think 11 or 12 previous episodes on YouTube. They're all out there. Sir Jeremiah. If you're watching this on YouTube, want to catch me live, look for me on Twitch. Still Sir Jeremiah both sides, guys. Appreciate it. Have a great day. Bye.